So the modern city is facing a bunch of the problems, such as we have the traffic problems, we have like a health problem, we have the water resources problem, we have environmental risk problems. Specifically in Beijing city, that for example, I give an example, the water issue. The water resource is one of the biggest problems for the city's development. The city is, suffering the shortage of the water resources. This has been becoming the mainstream for the city sustainable development. So how can we do, using the data, approaches, like the big data analytics, modern approaches to improve our city system. So that's our purpose. So in the past 2 years, as the Beijing Normal University actually established a very, robust, close relationship with the MIT Media Lab, and we built up an international journal lab. It's called Intellectual Innovation City Lab. So this lab is an international program, but we're trying to help specifically the city government to improve their, in general city management, city planning, for example, in how to optimize the traffic system, how to reduce the risk, for the environmental hazards, and how to improve, generally economic proficiency. So we think this is actually like a green innovation. Green innovation, you cost less energy, and this, and the product more products become more efficient. We built up this joint lab and cooperate with the enterprises and also cooperate with the government. We get the data sources from the different parts and try to come up with the solutions, innovative new solutions for this, for the city. We actually devise a system. We're trying to build up a system. It's called cities. Very interesting. The cities is called City Innovations Information System, which has the same pronunciation with the cities. So we're trying to focus on this, to solve give some solutions to help the government to deal with those really city problems. We call it, the problems related to the sustainable development. We try to make our city, right, create better services, better goods, and make them better social justice, and so on and so forth. But when we build up the whole system, and we realize there's a problem. What's the problem? Is a data sharing problem. Because the data, right, for example, the individual data, and the people have the individual data, is the owner of the data. They should have the full right to control their own data. So there's an issue for the privacy protection. But data, you only need to use the data, and it can transfer data into the real value. So that means there's a balance to how to use the data, sharing the data, under the protection of the product and the privacy. So that's why we actually cooperate with the MIT Connection Science Group, science group. We're trying to based on the open algorithm architecture, right, to build up our system. And we're trying to actually to extend the system and build it for the Beijing, and then hopefully to extend to the other cities in China. This is the way that we're trying to create innovative approaches for our cities management and planning. And recently we also started with a new project. This project is actually creating a new living lab. We call it a community living lab. It's actually located at the Front Gate community in Beijing City, which is very close to the Tiananmen Square, Forbidden City, that area. So that's is in a historical site. So we trying to build this living lab and use the real data to monitoring like the traffic, like give assistance or intelligence services to individuals, and also help the community and help the government to achieve the better planning for the future. China is a big, is a big country, and also still, experiencing a fast growth. So we actually is very open, and we welcome all our partners, no matter you are from the enterprises, government agencies. We welcome to come to China, come to Beijing, to make a cooperation with us, with our group and with our MIT, all together. Let us to create a better future, better goods, better services for our future cities. Thank you.